I'm 29 now, and so I mean, I started dealing with problems with gynecomastia when I was 11 or 12. So like really early on, there was I'll never forget, like, you know, AOL like chat back in the day when that was like a big thing. So my friend was using my account and chatting with this girl, like pretending to be me, being like super mean, just like little kids. And she goes, "Well, who cares? Because you have man boobs." And like, ever since that, like, I literally remember that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like a thought in my head, like at that time. And that was like her like get back. Number one, it wasn't even me like talking, but now all of a sudden I had this like new thing to be conscious of. And ever since then, I completely stopped wearing t-shirts. Like, and it's weird that like one person can affect you. But even going to school, like, I never wore t-shirts to school. I also immediately started wearing like button-up shirts or like hoodies because you could like always cover sort of like the folds. I never participated in gym class, and then as I got older, like more kids started to like pile on because kids are rude, and unfortunately that can happen. And then stopped participating in gym class, like different sports and things like that, because I never wanted to change. Like, I never went to the pool. Like, I stopped going swimming in the summertime. Like, it completely changed my life, and then that was just something that I continued to carry on into my teens. I started, I was like a heavier kid when I was younger, and then I started boxing when I was younger. But again, I would like stop competing because you got to compete without your shirt off. And so like there were certain things that just like always kind of prohibited me. And then throughout life, I mean, there was times where like I'd work in public, like at gas stations or things. Like, I sound like a crazy person saying all this out loud now, but I mean, I would wear like 4 t-shirts at a time. Like, it was so like, depending on what job I had, if I had to wear a certain type of uniform, and like say the uniform was just like a t-shirt, like it was like every morning before I'd go to work, I'd have to like convince myself like, you can do this today. And like, I literally wear like 3-4 t-shirts just underneath to try to create some like flat image. And so, I mean, I obsessively worked out in the gym, like my chest muscles, like I've like blown out my shoulders from obsessively working chest so much. Like, I'm sure everyone has different levels of extreme like cases of it, but for me, like the mental part was just so extreme for so much of my life. And to me, this was like the most life-changing like procedure ever, because for the first time, it's weird, like I'm still going through a mental adjustment of like not thinking about something that's been an issue for me for 15 years. But like last weekend, like Lauren and I went out to dinner, and I just wore a polo shirt with like nothing underneath of it, and I was like, yeah, like it's a big deal.